This video is going to show you how to complete a session, run a progress/session report, and then complete your prescriptive analysis. So throughout the semester, you will be asked to complete sessions that focus on certain keys on the keyboard. So you'll pay attention to your calendar in the syllabus and or the emails that I send you, and it will direct you to your keyboarding lab to explain which sessions to complete. So for the first week, you're going to focus on a couple of sessions, but I'll just start with session 1. So you'll find the session that you need to work on in your navigation pane of your keyboarding online lab, and you'll work through the exercises. So you'll start with exercise 1.1 and you'll launch it. And then you will pay attention to the directions that are on the screen and or the directions that it tells you to go to in your 1 through 30 book. What you want to do first is look and see how many screens there are. So for exercise 1.1, there are 24 screens. So this means you have to complete all 24 screens before you can either leave the exercise and pick it up at a later time, or run your progress sessions report to see if you earned credit for it. So I already completed all 24 of these screens. So I'm going to go back to course menu. And I want to make sure that I got credit for session 1, exercise 1.1. So you want to scroll down in your navigation pane and swing open course reports, and then swing open progress and click on sessions. So what you're looking at on this report is you want to look for the session that you just completed to make sure that you received credit for it. So you might have to scroll down a little bit, and you can see here's session 1 and here's exercise 1.1, and I have a check mark. This means I successfully navigated all the way through all of the screens in exercise 1.1 and I earned credit. But you can see I'm missing a check mark for 1.2, 1.3, and 1.4. So then this means I would pick up with this exercise and then keep moving your way through. I actually only run this sessions report after I complete an entire session. So I wouldn't actually stop typing and run this 4 different times. You can just run it once to make sure. Now, if you do not have a check mark, that means you skipped a screen or you skipped the entire exercise altogether. So you can actually click on it from here and just go right back into the exercise. Once you're done with this and you see that all of the sessions that you were assigned that week are complete and have check marks, you then want to run something called a prescriptive analysis report. This prescriptive analysis report keeps track of how well you strike each key on the keyboard with every activity that you do in your online lab. So for example, it tracks how well you strike all the keys that are in all of these exercises, all of your 5-minute timings, and all of your documents that you're going to complete. So scroll down to the bottom of your navigation pane again, and you are looking for prescriptive analysis. And if you look at this report, it's fairly long. You have to scroll down, and all of the keys that are on the keyboard are listed on the left-hand side, both uppercase, lowercase, symbols, and numbers. Okay. Now, as you start to progress through the class, these numbers will fill in. So you can see I have some numbers in here, percentage rates already. So the middle column is success rate. This is how well I was able to strike that key on the keyboard so far. Now, from here, this is where your homework comes in that you have to upload to Blackboard. So after you complete all of the required sessions for the week, you need to run a prescriptive analysis report and analyze the entire report. So not just the exercises that you just completed. You are looking at the entire report. And you are looking for your keystrokes that are at or below 70%. So I'm going to minimize this for a second, and I'm going to go into Blackboard under Lessons. And you can see here's Alphabetic Keys, Unit 1, which is what you're working on. And in the Assignments folder, you will see a drop box for the sessions that you're working on. So I'll open up sessions 1 and 2. So you can see this top part up here says you need to go to the online lab and complete all of sessions 1 and all of sessions 2, run a progress report to make sure you can see all your check marks, And then it says click on the drop box below for how to complete prescriptive analysis 1. Here is prescriptive analysis 1. This tells you that you are to run that prescriptive analysis report that I just talked about, and you are to look for 2 or 3 keystrokes that fall around or below 70%, and then work on the exercises listed, which is right in here. Here are the exercises. You click on the blue link that says exercises, and you only complete the exercises that are listed. So let's scroll through here, and let's see if I have anything at or around 70%. You are going to ignore anything that has a dash. Excuse me. So again, you're scrolling through this report to see what keystrokes are at or below 70%. Again, ignoring anything that says 0 and any of the dashes. These will fill in as you complete more exercises in the online lab. Okay, so what do you do if you do not have anything that's near 70%? You're going to look for the next number that you have. So in my case, oh look, I have an 80, and a 79. So I'm going to focus on the 79 one first. So this is B lower. So if you swing open B lower, you have 3 exercises in here that need to be completed. 9.12, 9.1, 9.5, and 9.12 accuracy. What you need to do is write down B lower. Complete only the 3 exercises listed. Do not complete any more. So don't complete 9.1, 9.2, 9.3. Only complete the exercises listed here. And then I want you to find 2 or 3 more keystrokes. So like my next one would be C lower. So then I would complete 11.3 accuracy, 11.13 speed, and 11.7 C drill. And then I'd write down C lower. So I just picked these 2 keystrokes. So I now completed all 6 of these exercises. What you are going to do after you complete these exercises is you are going to tell me in Blackboard just the letters that you completed. So in my case, B lower and C lower. So after you do this, I'm going to minimize the online lab and I'm going to go to Blackboard. Here is your Dropbox, okay? So you're going to come into the Dropbox, and in the comments section, all you are going to type is the keystrokes that you completed. B lower, C lower. That's all you're going to type. Okay, so B lower and C lower, and then you're going to click submit. This will tell me the keystrokes that you completed, and then I go into the online lab to actually see if you completed the 3 exercises listed for B and the 3 exercises listed for C. Okay, now if you want to check to make sure you actually completed these, you can go back now and run a progress report and make sure that you have check marks for these exercises. Okay, or you can open it and it will tell you the date and the time that you completed it, because you may be completing B lower or C lower multiple times throughout the semester. So in which case, when you run the progress report, you'll want to click on the exercise and then make sure it has a timestamp on it. So if you have any questions about how to complete a session, how to run a session/progress report, and then a prescriptive analysis report, and then putting your keystrokes in Blackboard, you can either call, come to my office, or send me an email.